Hi. Welcome to our Litcast on the Crucible. I'm Rita.
I'm Ellie.
I'm Tulicaa.
And I'm Chase.
So I think we should just start talking about like what are our thoughts on the book? What do we think about it? Like if we liked it or not.
Okay, so I say I give the book like a 6 out of 10. I liked the way it was set up as a play. I thought that was really interesting. But like as to the actual topic of it, I didn't really like enjoy that much or find it that interesting. And I felt like they could have done more over the 5 acts. But
I give it personally probably like an 8 or 9 because I really like that time period of like kind of like maturing America where like times are changing. So I think it's really interesting like that even happened in this time period, and the fact that we got assigned roles in class really made it entertaining to read.
Yeah, I liked kind of similar to Chase. I didn't really find that topic as like interesting, but like I do agree that like it was really fun like having different roles in class, and it kind of helped me like understand the book a little bit more, because especially like when people would read like really like dramatically, it just like made it more fun and like which helped me understand more. But yeah, like I said, I'm personally not really that interested in the topics. I'd give it maybe like a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, for me, I enjoyed it because like compared to like things we've read in past years in class, like I think it was very interesting, like the topic it was on and like the like way it was structured like in the play form, and not only like the play, like it had like a lot of stage notes like compared to like other plays we've read, and like I thought that like really brought it to life, and it was like really interesting to read. So I think that was really cool too.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Cool.
So about the book itself, I think we start talking about like the girls and like whether whether they are or not to blame, and like what do you think about like at their age, like do you think like what is like understanding about like the consequences?
okay, so I think it kind of depends because like Mr. Like said, in the book they're considered to be like 10, 11, which is like kind of an impressionable age where I feel like they can't be like fully blamed for their actions, because I don't really think that they meant to kill that many people or like be responsible for their deaths. I think they were just trying to get out of trouble themselves. But if they were like 17, 18, then I do think that they were to blame, because we're considered like able to make our own decisions at the age we are right now. So I mean that's like 4 years older than us.
So it's like Abigail would be like
18.
right?
Yeah.
I feel like they really escalated the trials, like them pretending just made things worse, and they like normally don't have power in the town. So once they got a taste of that, they like started abusing it in a way. I feel like.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like like kind of like similar to what Tulicaa said. Like I think that since they were like so young, I think that they probably don't understand like the actions that they're like making. So it's not really their fault. Like it is their fault, but like they didn't really know what they're doing. So they didn't really understand.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
I think like at the beginning it started off as like oh like I just don't want to get like a whipping, like I just want to avoid that, but then it like escalated to something like way more than that. Like it got brought to court, like, and they kept accusing people, and it just got so much
And people were
worse.
starting to die.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
like
it started off as like something small, but then they made it. They
escalated it
exaggerated
unnecessarily.
it, right?
Exactly.
Like what do you think like about like specifically like Abigail though? Do you think like she would be to blame?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she knew
definitely.
what was happening, and she still did the whole like yellow bird thing in the court, which I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure led to a bunch
Like
of people
even
being killed.
I mean she's like protecting herself because she knew like she would die if she like like.
Well, it's
admitted.
kind of Paris's
Yeah.
fault because like he
Right.
was so strict. Like
Yeah, that's true.
she wanted to do mischievous things, so she went out into the woods and started dancing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And then another
exactly.
question is dancing even like mischievous? I mean, not.
It's
It's-
not
well,
mischievous.
at that time
but-
it was,
Yeah, at
but-
that time it
At that time,
was.
Because like they like were very strict about religion, so like the other ones were just like right. And like
Yeah.
and like even like at the end like she could have like when Mary Worm was like trying to like say the truth, she like kept going with the whole like
Mhm.
killing
Yeah.
and stuff,
Yeah.
and like she could have stopped, and she like kept accusing people, like just like
Yeah.
protect yourself and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of happened.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about like relating this book to like cancel culture today? Because I think it like really
Oh.
relates.
Yeah, I think it relates
yeah.
a lot.
Me too. I think
I
it's
think
very similar.
The theocracy is in the same type of like form as cancel culture, maybe.
That makes
Like
sense,
it's
yeah.
a big mob and they attack who
who they
one-
like deem
yeah.
like
who does
outcast
something
kind of.
wrong.
Yeah, and then it sticks with you for life. Like if you don't get killed, but you accuse somebody else, that sticks with like you for life because then you're like responsible for someone else's death, and then everyone else is also like kind of mad at you, I guess, which happens with cancel culture too.
Yeah, exactly. Like when someone would just like get like accused for witchcraft, like even if they weren't doing anything wrong, like that's still kind of similar to like cancel culture today, because some people get canceled for things that like
we do in everyday lives.
Yeah, and it's like minor things too.
Yeah, very minor things.
And I feel like cancel culture really does ruin people's careers and like almost lives too. And even if they're not killed by the mob, they can be self-inflictively killed.
They can like harm themselves.
Overdosing, committing suicide. It's like a real thing.
Because like of the effect it has on you, which I mean, I guess being accused has that effect on you too.
Right, like that's like today, like how like it can affect people today, but then also like for those people, like reputation's like so important. Like that's how you get your like land, your job.
So cancel culture like kind of makes people show a side of them that's not true almost, just to get like the crowd's approval.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
And even with cancel culture, like another thing I know we discussed this in the Socratic Circle. Even if you support someone that's like being canceled, like they will cancel you. So like it's very similar. In the Crucible, like if you like are like, oh, this person, like when someone's being like accused of witchcraft, like if you support them, then like they'll probably think you're a witch.
Like if somebody's about to be killed and then you're like, wait, they didn't do that, but you don't have any like proof or something, and if you don't bring up somebody else's name, people are gonna like probably kill you too.
Next on the list.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. And like even if people like had like other like or like they like let's say like for like the like trials, like they knew like this person was faking it and stuff like that, they probably wouldn't like express that opinion because like they're like they just want to go with like mob mentality. They want to go.
Do you guys think that Danforth knew it was wrong?
Honestly, inside I think he did, because I don't think he can excuse killing 14 people in his head.
Yeah, he was, but he was already like that deep into.
So I don't think he could get out.
Yeah,
of
I don't think he wanted to. I don't think he wanted to ruin his reputation.
Bad.
He didn't want to get.
Yeah, the trials were definitely like biased because like not only was he like trying to protect like his reputation and like what he did, like that he like trying to back up like what he did, like of killing like that many people, but like he was also trying to like protect the theocracy, because like that also could, if like all the trial stuff is like not, or like the witch stuff is not true, then that like also goes against like the religion and government. So.
I feel like he kind of stuck with the mob mentality too, like we were talking about earlier,
I
because
think he
just
did it
wanted
for
everyone's approval.
Yeah, clout.
Yeah,
like
for
clout. He was doing it just for public attention. Like when John Proctor bricked it,
he was like, okay, then you die.
Yeah, because he wanted it to publicly be known that Proctor caved in.
Yeah, and
he wanted it to be known that he had the power to let people confess who like were like so hard-headed earlier.
Yeah, and you can also like kind of like there's like another like hint that's like biased when he like is like very quick to like want the hangings to be done like, right away. Like he could have postponed them, but he doesn't want any more evidence, any more like people going against like what he thinks. Yeah, and like also like when he ignored Abigail, like little pause from her like little like witch in court, like when she's
exactly.
She's like suddenly not like
she was like possessed, and he was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I think he definitely
like I think like not only him but like other people probably noticed that too, but like nobody wanted to say anything.
Yeah.
Because then that like risked their life. So like
same as cancel culture.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
You can't speak up against someone that did something wrong, or else you're going to be canceled too.
Do you guys feel like I feel like this kind of relates to like how genocides happen, and if you like speak out in countries where you don't have like free speech, that kind of happens to you.
Yeah, that's really similar to this book too. Cause,
right.
You can't really speak out for like what you think is right at all.
I feel like this story really relates to that movie or that show, Sabrina the Witch. Yeah. Have you guys seen that?
No, I've never seen it.
Well, I've seen the new rendering of it, and it's actually like really entertaining and similar. Like I see a lot of correlations, but did you say you watched the old one?
I watched the old one, but I still think it was kind of similar. Just like the whole mentality of the witch and everything, it's like so similar.
They're seen as like someone lesser because they're worshiping. Or they're involved in a different religion, so like they're seen as less maybe.
They're seen as like a lower like stance in like the whole like, societal like hierarchy.
Yeah. So that kind of goes like with the theocracy, like their Puritan views were like so important. So, like all the other like
these are wrong,
which like rituals and all that like of other religions, like that was like just like they just saw that as like not okay. You know?
It's like if you disagree, then you're automatically wrong. They don't even
Yeah.
like hear
Yeah,
you out or
exactly.
anything.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
they
it's
don't-
very
they-
like
yeah.
strict police. Like that's how the theocracy works.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
don't take any new opinions. They just
Right. It's like very strict.
Yeah.
If you don't follow these rules, then it's like
I also felt like this is a little bit similar to Harry Potter because like
Yeah,
the
me
witches
too.
and wizards they like didn't get prosecuted against, but like
They
Harry's
formed a
like family
community.
and but
Yeah.
Harry's family like hated wizards and stuff, so they never
Yeah.
like told him and they treated him wrong like his whole life, which I
Yeah,
feel like is kind of
exactly.
happening in the Crucible too.
Yeah, I think it's kind of some. It's not really the same idea as
Mhm.
Crucible, but like the
Like,
witchcraft,
there's
and,
some
like
similarities.
there's like some similarities.
Yeah.
Like inside of Harry Potter, their people turn against each other, which
Yeah.
goes to
Yeah,
that question
exactly.
about
Oh,
the-
society.
society, like
Okay.
turning in on each other. is
Yeah,
it?
like how do you guys feel like the society got affected throughout the whole thing? Like, do you guys think it got like better or worse? Or,
I
like, what do
think,
you
like
think?
you can tell
Yeah.
like especially like in this like very Pearson like very like strong like opinionated society like that like everybody's like for themselves, like everybody wants like what's best for like themselves, like their life, their land, like who they accuse, like people just like accuse other people just like to get their land or like
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
or
feel
like
yeah.
or they want to
Yeah,
protect their
exactly.
land, they want
And,
to
like,
protect their
I
land.
feel like this kind of relates to the lottery because people like started turning against each other because before Tessie got killed, they were all being like her best friend and like they were all being buddy with her. And then as soon as her name got drawn, they just completely turned against her and they were like,
Yeah.
well, you're just complaining for no reason. Like, sorry, you're gonna die. It sucks. I feel like that kind of happened.
Like everybody,
Yeah,
everybody's like was like very like selfish and being like just like
Yeah.
just for
Mhm.
themselves.
But
Yeah.
would you guys do that if that was to happen in like our town?
like turn against.
be
her
honest,
Yeah,
friends.
like
I don't know.
to get out
yeah.
of accusations, would
I
you
mean-
point?
I
the
mean, if it
blame
was like
someone
like
else?
to be honest,
It depends on what the accusation
Yeah.
is. Like if it's like something like stupid, like I don't know, just like did you like
Litter.
eat, like if did you like throw this like trash
Yeah.
on the floor, like I'd probably be like no. But if it's like something more serious, like a matter of religion, I think I'd probably be like I'm Christian. Like
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think I did
yeah,
not my
like, would you
religion.
stand up? Would you
Yeah.
like stand up for your faith?
I definitely
Yeah.
would,
It was, like,
yeah.
I would.
Big-
I feel like there'd be like a higher chance of like going to heaven, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Because like with
True.
most of our religions, like there's like a mentality of heaven and hell. So I mean, if you're like denying God, like no matter what God you believe in, if you're denying God, then you're gonna go to like hell.
Right.
So what's the
Mhm.
point in like staying and living and having everybody know that you denied God versus like just dying because you know you're gonna die anyways, and then
Right.
just like going
Go
to heaven.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And even if like you did deny God and like everybody else knows that about you, it's also like internal like
Like you'll get
thing that like
canceled.
Yeah.
that like stays like in you like all your
Yeah,
life,
like the guilt will like it's like a burden
Right.
on you. It's like
Right.
a big weight on your
You're gonna
shoulders
have to live
forever.
with that forever.
Right.
For your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And like I feel like some people like with that like pain and the guilt that they feel, they could end up like self-inflicting harm
Yeah,
on themselves.
self-inflicted
Right.
death,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
which is way more common than people think.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so do you guys think like what was John Proctor's role in this whole thing? What do you guys think? Because like I know he was like a big character of it. So do you guys think he was like good, bad, medium? Like what do you guys think?
I think he's kind of a medium character,
Me
to be
too.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really think he could be labeled as like the big hero of the story, but I don't think he was a bad guy either. I think he
Mhm.
just kind of
I think
kinda
I think
just
like the kind of big hero in my opinion would be like Giles because
Yeah,
of the way that
me
he
too,
like
me
died to protect his family.
Right.
Whereas John
Yeah.
Proctor died leaving his like wife. I think Thomas said this. It was like his wife husbandless and his kids fatherless, and he like just left them. And
Yeah.
plus, I feel like he was supposed to be portrayed as like a family man, but he cheated on his
Yeah, I
wife
don't
with the
think he can
child.
be described as perfect or
Yeah,
like a good
definitely
person.
yeah, he's
Right.
definitely not a family
I
man
like
at
I
all.
don't think he's like a bad guy like overall, but I think he's like
He's had his moments.
yeah,
Yeah.
like he's like just like made bad decisions over life. Like you can tell like at the end like he's trying to like make up for it. He's trying to
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
confess. He's trying to
I
like
feel like he didn't confess in like the right way. I'd say because
He
he's
did.
leaving his
He
family
did in a
behind.
way though.
Yeah.
He signed the paper but ripped it.
He ripped it, yeah.
But he still signed it, I guess.
I mean, I
Yeah,
guess
exactly.
I get why he ripped it, but I also don't think he should have left his family like that.
Yeah,
Right.
he definitely shouldn't have. So yeah, like what you were saying, like Giles is definitely the real hero of the story because of the way he died. It was
Yeah.
really inspiring. I thought.
because he
like-
was like more weight, and plus he like left his like estate to his family because wasn't it true that like if you got accused and like if you like admitted to getting accused and you lost all your land and like your status and
Yeah.
everything,
right.
and like also isn't it true that like the people who were getting accused were like higher class? I think Miss Newbie talked about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like
So like part of the reason would be to get their land and their estate. That's why
Right.
you're accusing them, not even
Right.
because you actually think that they're witches.
right like
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, I feel like that was a high motivator just
Yeah.
to accuse
Yeah.
someone so you can get their land and like assets.
Right, because
Yeah.
like during that time, like coming when they're coming to the New World, like land, like that was like,
Yes.
everything. Like
Yeah.
land, like was like your wealth.
Yeah, it was,
so
it was
like
key.
any
to
like
life.
any way to get land, like that's also like a way like how like the whole like situation escalated was like accusing people like to get their land and like things like that, like or like to keep their like your own land, like
And that's like
inherent
another
land.
way that the society like completely turned against each other, like
Right.
just at like the first like
biggest
mention.
Yeah.
And I feel like, how do you guys think like a theocracy, like the religion and like church and state not being separated? Do you guys think that was like good or
I
bad?
think,
No.
well, yeah, I think
It's
from
not good at
I
all.
don't think it's good.
originally, like, I thought that, like, maybe it would be a good idea for a religion, or not religion, a government, because, like, it seems like a good idea, like, in theory, but, like, after reading this book, like, I realized, I'm like, wait, maybe this isn't a good idea,
Plus,
because,
like, the littlest sins can be punishable by, like, whipping or death. But the thing is, it's human nature to sin, and we've all sinned before.
yeah, God
So,
forgives our
like,
sins.
Imagine,
so,
like, every
yeah.
single time you do, like, a little sin, you get, like, whipped.
Yeah, and we
Right.
should. I feel like they didn't do a good job of accepting other religions or
Not at
cultures,
all.
maybe.
Because the
Right.
first mention of, like, another culture, or, like, I think
I
voodoo
think
it was. Voodoo with,
no.
like, the slaves.
Yeah, voodoo.
Yeah.
Voodoo. Like, they just
Tuba.
completely, like, oh, that's wrong. You can't practice that.
Right.
That's, like, a sin.
Yeah.
Right, like
But somehow Tuba got out of all of this.
Oh, I think
What
it
did
was.
she do?
I
Was
think
accused?
she confessed so that
yeah.
and then she accused other people so that she wouldn't get killed.
Okay.
Right.
And I think, do you guys think it was right for her to like confess?
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
think she did anything.
'Cause
like
she
being
wasn't-
like
she didn't really do anything.
well, being like she didn't really do anything, but like she
I
She
like
see
wasn't a
why she
textbook
confessed.
witch.
Huh?
She was just worshiping another.
Yeah,
religion.
exactly.
But I
yeah,
see
she
why.
wasn't a witch.
like she didn't do anything, but I think like I see like what you mean, like being like a woman and like a black
And a
woman
slave,
too,
yeah.
and like being like
You have like no status.
portrayed in that way,
Yeah.
like that, like
So I feel like it's
she, like
easier
her
to
only
get
way
out of
she
it.
like the only way she could have gotten out of it was by
Plus, she
confessing.
got sympathy, right? Didn't she get like Reverend Hale's sympathy? He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, it's okay. I know you were like influenced by other people," and
Yeah.
then like she got like kind of praised, I guess, by Reverend Hale.
Like
Yeah.
like the way like this whole like theocracy is just kind of like messed up is like just like the like it's like doesn't even make sense when you think about it. Like the only way that you like suddenly like 1 second you're like being like put down and like trashed on, but then the second later if you confess then you're good.
You're
Like,
fine.
all,
You're
all you
completely
have
clean.
all you have to do is like say one person's name and you're done. Like,
Yeah, I think
And
it's
that's-
weird though, because they don't even investigate.
No,
I
they
mean,
don't. They're just
they
like,
just
"Oh,
hands
it's our fault
off.
now."
they don't like
It's like a he said, she said.
They don't
situation.
question it. They
Right.
just like okay.
Yeah, they're just like,
she
you're
did
dead,
it.
proof.
you're dead, you're dead.
yeah, like,
yeah.
They don't find any evidence like at all.
And that's
like,
why I think Giles was also more of a hero because he didn't accuse anybody. He just like took like
Right,
the
like-
torture and he died.
Right, like that's like hard to do. Like if you're
Yeah.
put in that position, like you can either die or like you can like put somebody else like so
I
it's like
think he was a hero, but like he didn't save the town though.
right.
He wasn't like
yeah.
perfect.
Like he didn't
Yeah.
take down theocracy.
Like
so
yeah, it's not like he was like
Yeah,
like-
there was no really hero of the story. There's
Yeah.
just like he was like
But I
an
think out of
inspiring
everyone, he was like
character.
the best person.
he made a real
Yeah.
strong message.
right,
Especially
Yes.
like at the end of his life. Because at first he kind of like accidentally accused his wife
Yeah.
of witchcraft, and
Yeah.
I think he like felt like really bad about that and stuff. So he like repented and became a better
Yeah,
person.
and
I
he didn't
guess,
want to
then.
get anyone else involved
Yeah.
by saying something minor. Which-
Because I feel bad for him because he didn't want to get his wife killed. I mean,
Yeah, something got made out of nothing.
yeah.
Pretty much, she was just reading a book in like a
right,
rocking chair
right.
or something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, so overall, I'd
I
say
mean, what would you like after the story, like at the end, like how it said
Oh,
like
the
about
little-
Abigail, about the prostitute.
Oh,
Like,
I
how,
was
like,
really-
they
Did you
like
think that was ironic?
and how like
I didn't
they
think that was ironic.
I thought it was kind of ironic. It was a little ironic.
and like how they
to be
paid
honest.
like
yeah.
the families, like what do you think like after like what people like
Well, first
thought
of
about
all,
like the whole thing? Like, do you think like people like viewed it as like oh like they were like so stupid or like how do you think people like
Like
thought
I think
about
it's viewed the same as like the Holocaust, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it?
yeah.
Like yeah, like that like
Definitely,
that
definitely.
Like they feel sorry about it, but they can't really do
They can't
anything
do
to change the
anything.
past. So they try their best to make it up to the future generations of the
But I
families
mean,
that were.
I guess it's better
affected.
to admit that you're wrong because I mean, in a lot of it, they didn't admit that they were wrong. They just kept on going on and killing
Right.
people, even though in their head they know, like, okay, I probably shouldn't be killing all these people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's better to like say admit that you did something wrong, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's good to do it in the first place.
Yeah,
I,
no.
would say. I don't think that's like good. But
Right, right.
But I feel
Can't
like
change the past.
that'll just keep happening as history
yeah,
goes on.
it would. Yeah.
Like people will realize their actions after the fact.
And then
you
try and
know?
repent, but they can't
Yeah.
change
Yeah,
that.
they can't
Right.
change it.
And also, back to the Abigail ironic thing. I didn't think it was ironic because she was kind of like she was showing the traits of that somebody like that would show
Yeah.
in her early life. So then
Yeah.
I guess if she
Yeah,
moved
that's
and became
true,
that, it's
that's
not
true.
like ironic. It's kind of expected.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's kind of expected for her to go off on the wrong path because I mean she had a hard childhood, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she had a really hard life.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's
Kind of self-inflicted. But
Yeah.
It was still
yeah.
still a hard life.
She chose to do those things.
Yeah, that was her
Yeah.
choice. So yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
overall, I think it would be like it was like interesting to like
Yeah.
learn about like these people's
Yeah,
like point of
me
views,
too.
like how like society used to be and like compared to now, like with the democracy and everything.
Yeah, it was
And then like
I
learning
feel like
how
we're
it relates.
almost regressing though, because
yeah, with cancel culture.
cancel
and
culture
everything.
is
Yeah.
being turned into like being
The same
politicized.
thing.
Right.
So I feel like that's still present in our government
Yeah,
as
in a
of
way.
now.
In a
There's,
way,
like-
it's not
yeah.
like death, but it's like similar because I mean,
Yeah, your
self-inflicted.
life
yeah.
or like career
Yeah.
can be over
Ruined,
by
yeah.
voting or supporting a law
Plus,
or
I mean-
person, anything.
We've all
Yeah.
said something wrong in our lives.
Yeah,
no one's
exactly.
perfect.
No one's perfect.
Like how Mr.
Yeah.
Lilik said, I think somebody had said something and then they went on a flight and when they came back they were like completely canceled. Like
Right.
everything in their life was
Yeah.
over. That must be like really hard to deal with, I feel like. And it's
Yeah.
not fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that like pretty much wraps
Yeah.
up our
Thank
Litcast.
you for watching,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Lilik.
Make
Thank
sure you
you.
like,
Like
and
comment,
subscribe.
subscribe,
Yeah.
and follow our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Hi. Was it still going?
Yeah.